McGinnis in Washington coming up. Two very different views from the two presidential candidates.
And the future of the Harbor Bridge is the topic of discussion at a meeting today, and officials want you to be involved. Today's Thursday, July 26th, 2012.
It's the station with the most news in South Texas. From KRIS Studios, this is KRIS News at Sunrise in HD.
Good Thursday morning to you. Thanks so much for waking up with us today. I'm Janine Reyes.
I'm Dave Freilich. We're here with meteorologist Matt Chahune. Matt, another day where it's kind of pretty to look at outside, but not going to feel so great.
That's right. We'll have a few more clouds today than we have the past couple of days. There's a slim chance of a little sea breeze shower. Kansas with Ingleside, Aransas Pass area at 85 degrees, even 82 over in Robstown, and upper 70s farther inland. 97 degrees for a high today in Corpus Christi. A great snapshot forecast. Yeah, it does look beautiful. Heat index will be up around 107, and look at that wind picking up 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts close to 40 miles per hour this afternoon. I'll be back with another weather update for you at about 6:06.
All right, Matt, thanks. Well, new this morning, one man is in the hospital after being stabbed in the eye with a screwdriver, and another man's in jail. Police say those two men were fighting late last night at the Casa Linda Apartments on Staples across from Ray High School. When police arrived, they found the victim with several stab wounds to his face, including his eye. The suspect was still on the scene and told police what happened. He was arrested for aggravated assault. That victim was taken to Sprawn Memorial with serious injuries, and police say he could lose sight in his left eye. A 34-year-old man's in the hospital this morning after one rude awakening.
It happened around 4 this morning in the 4300 block of East Wind in a new subdivision south
The coast and 70s inland. So again, the day planner for Corpus Christi, 81 degrees at 7 a.m. I think 93 degrees at noon, 94 at 5 p.m. with that wind up to a sustained 21 miles per hour. I'll be back with another weather update for you at about 6:16. Over to you, Janine and Dave.
Matt, thanks. Now it's time to look at yesterday's stories in Rewind with Jennifer Lita.
USA there, it's a dream come true.
The London Olympic Games brought to you on KRIS TV by your Coastal Bend Chevy dealers. Opening ceremonies this Friday.
It's coming up on 6:13 this Thursday morning. Later today, the National Association of Realtors will release pending home sales numbers for June.
The previous index showed sales of previously occupied homes rose in May, matching their fastest pace in 2 years. The May increase suggested home sales would rise this summer and modest housing recovery would continue. Record low mortgage rates are being credited for that increase.
A federal agency is taking action against a company to stop the sale of will be held at the YWCA from 12:30 till 1:30 today. Lunch will be provided for the first 50 participants. That's at 4601 Corona Drive.
A Kansas Walmart is marking a milestone as one of its employees of 25 years is now celebrating his 100th birthday. Katie Taub has that story.
Try to be honest about everything.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, there were some scary moments.
98 in Kingsville. I'll be back with another weather update for you at about 6:26.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, there were some scary moments outside of London's Olympic Park yesterday. Thick smoke seen billowing several blocks away from the park. A bus assigned to take athletes to and from events caught fire at a bus station. The fire sent that thick smoke into the park in the village, but despite that dramatic video, no injuries were reported.
The first events of the Olympics are already and is powered by 12,000 solar cells. Let's take a look now at what's trending online this morning.
On Yahoo, it's a $3 pregnancy test. Pregnancy test kits could soon be available in the women's restrooms of Minnesota bars and restaurants, so expectant mothers can avoid prenatal exposure to alcohol. A new survey shows 1 in 13 pregnant women reported consuming alcohol. The first pregnancy test dispenser will be installed at the Pub 500 in Mankato, Minnesota, and again will cost you $3.
On Google, LA earthquake is trending. Apparently, one rattled Marina Del Rey area yesterday morning, a fairly small one with a 3.7 magnitude. Local officials say no damage or injuries have been reported. The epicenter was 12 miles from downtown Los Angeles. Here's a proof that nothing is cuter than a baby's laugh. 7-month-old Aiden and his infectious giggle has been viewed almost 12 million times.
Don't even need to know the context, right?
No, it's cute to watch.
And it's so
makes you smile.
It's so easy to make those kids laugh too, little babies, once you find out what they're trigger them.
Aiden!
It gets progressively harder as time goes on.
Well, as victims were running out of a theater in Aurora, Colorado last Friday morning, one group of people was paving the way to safety.
They say they were just in the right place at the right time. Their heroic story still to come. It's 6:20 right now on your Thursday morning.
An extra 20% off shopping pass. Saving so good. Bells.
Welcome back now, 6:24 on your Thursday morning. New information is emerging this morning in the Colorado theater shooting.
The suspect, James Holmes, apparently mailed a notebook to a former professor that described his plans. This package was mailed before the shootings, but it didn't arrive until Monday. University officials say they turned that package over to police within hours of receiving it.
Meanwhile, a road crew happened to be at the right
In the afternoon, breezy in the afternoon on Friday, so the wind will be going down a little bit after today, but still a nice moderate sea breeze in the afternoon on Saturday and Sunday. Highs back up around 98 degrees Saturday and Sunday, and then getting back to breezy Tuesday and Wednesday. No significant rain for us the next several days. There could be one or two little sea breeze showers, but most of this will be dry. I'll be back with another weather update for you at about 6:36.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, many in London and all around the world are getting excited as the Olympics officially get underway tomorrow. We'll have a preview.
And closer to home, the Games of Texas begin today.
Z-Bar, save money and save your car.
Visit zbar.com today.
Welcome back. 6:31 now on your Thursday morning, July 26th.
A 34-year-old man is in the hospital this morning after one rude awakening.
This happened around 4 this morning in the 4300 block of East Wind in a new subdivision south of Weber in Saratoga. The man told police he was at home babysitting teenagers for a friend. He was asleep in bed when someone broke into the home and shot him in the leg. The victim told police there were two men. Police have not gotten a good description yet because of the man's injuries. EMS workers reported the man's femur appeared to be shattered. New this morning, one man's in the hospital after being stabbed in the eye with a screwdriver, and another man's in jail.
Police say the two men were fighting late last night at the Casa Linda Apartments on Staples across the street from Rain and told police what happened. He was arrested for aggravated assault. The victim was taken to Spahn Memorial with serious injuries. Police say he could lose his eyesight in his left eye.
Alice City Council members say residents there are safe and the police department is doing a great job of keeping the recent gang violence under control. At last night's meeting, council members said the best thing Alice residents could do right now is simply unite and let police do their job. The mayor pro tem added people spreading rumors on Facebook and exaggerating the facts will only make the situation worse.
We are not the Wild West. There aren't bullets being shot out in every single corner. I have a lot of concerned relatives who are feeling like that's going on. And I think some people have been putting things on Facebook that might be a little bit agitating and they might be getting the wrong impression of our city.
After the meeting, the city manager wouldn't comment, saying he didn't want to jeopardize the police department's operation to get the gang members responsible for these shootings behind bars. Alice police have arrested these two men, Tony Castillo and Joseph Uribe. They haven't been charged in connection with any of the recent shootings, but police say both are known members of the Latin Kings. Uribe faces charges for being a felon in possession of a weapon, and Castillo was arrested for unlawful possession of a weapon. Police tell 6 News Castillo was present at the shooting Sunday morning in the 300 block of Nair Street, but they're not commenting on his connection with the incident or whether he'll face any additional charges. Meanwhile, Alice residents are happy to see more gang members off the streets, but they are still concerned about the situation.
Today, I'm scared to take my kids out, you know, because there's been, yesterday there was a shooting in daylight. You never know.
Police say they expect to make more arrests soon.
The Games of Texas are 8,000 competitors to town, which is 2,000 more than expected. That could mean more than $6 million in profit for the city. The director of the Games says this is one of the largest turnouts in the past decade. There are 13 different events slated for the next 4 days. They'll be taking place across the coastal bend.
Meanwhile, the stage is set in London and the athletes are there. Security is tight. The city is ready for the world's biggest sporting event. The 30th Olympic Games get underway tomorrow with the opening ceremony at Olympic Park. Tracy Potts has a preview.
Phelps, who's won 14 gold medals, could become the most decorated Olympian in history.
We're a lot more laid back, I think, this time around. Not only myself, but as a team.
When I was little, I always said I want to be in the Olympics. I want to be that. I want to be up there with those people.
She will, along with more than 500 other American athletes who've come to London to see if all that glitters is truly gold. Tracy Potts, NBC News, London.
New Orleans Saints linebacker Jonathan Vilma heads back to court today. Vilma filed a lawsuit trying to delay or even possibly overturn his season-long suspension for his alleged involvement in the Saints' bounty scandal, in which a pool of up to $50,000 was reportedly in place for games for Saints who knocked opposing players out of the game. Time now to head over to meteorologist Matt Terhune with your weather on the 6's update.
All right, thanks a lot, Dave. Here.
$3,000 to $4,500 for your clunker now at All-Star Mitsubishi in Corpus Christi on SPID.
Welcome back. 6:44 now on your Thursday morning. Attendees of the AIDS conference in Washington, D.C. say the AIDS epidemic is an increasingly female problem. Women are making the case that curbing AIDS will require focusing on poverty and violence, not just pregnancy and pills. Almost 5 million people between the ages of 15 to 24 are living with HIV, and 2/3 of them are female.
There are lots of birth control options for women.
See that on the future tracker here. I see lots of zeros. There might be 1/100th showing up today in Port Aransas and Rockport. So another hot and humid day for us today.
We're getting used to them.
Yes, we are.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, investigators are trying to figure out a bizarre case near Baltimore. The mother of Baseball Hall of Famer Cal Ripken Jr. was kidnapped for about 24 hours and then released unharmed. Police say Vi Ripken was forced at gunpoint into her Lincoln Continental Tuesday morning. Her hands were tied and she was blindfolded as she was driven around. Police say the 74-year-old woman was found tied up near her home in Aberdeen, Maryland the next morning, and there was never a ransom demand. The star of the Twilight Saga admits to cheating and offers an apology, and a judge gives Michael Jackson's children a temporary guardian. Here's Inez Fier with the latest from New York.
But I think that's where politics has gone today.
The film opens nationwide August 10th. That's your Eye on Entertainment.
Well, today is All or Nothing Day. It's also National Aunt and Uncle Day.
On this day in 1969, Sesame Street's Bert made, hey, that's a great guy. He made his debut as part of the duo Bert and Ernie. I love Bert.
You love Bert. No love for Ernie?
Nah, I like Bert better.
Just Bert. Rock star, rock legend Mick Jagger turns 69 today. Actress Sandra Bullock is 48. Now let's take a look at some local birthdays. That has Bert over at the house all the time for burgers, I guess. Hey, if you or a loved one have a birthday coming up, let us know about it. Go to KRISTV.com where you can register and look for instructions on how to send your picture to us.
Weather no more every day. You're watching KRIS 6, your station for the 2012 London Games.
Welcome back. All right, here's a warning for everyone, those of us included, who ever have any plans to attend Disney World. Do not show up there looking like Santa Claus. You're going to be asked to leave, like this gentleman.
Why?
Thomas Tolbert of Atlanta, who is a professionally trained actor and has been voted among the top 3 St. Nick impersonators at a national Santa Claus convention. So he's got the goods. But he was recently at Disney World, and kids were coming up to him because they thought they saw Santa.
He resembles St. Nick a bit, yeah.
He was told that he was being disruptive to the operations at Disney World. He was confusing the other guests, and they said, quote, "You need to say, 'I'm sorry. I'm not who you think I am. I'm on vacation, and you need to leave me alone.'" Now, that's probably a good way to make a kid cry if Santa says that to you.
Yeah, at Disneyland?
I can't tell.
Why crush those dreams at Disney World?
He's got a little crazy Gary Busey thing going too, though. So I don't know if I'd walk up to him. But.
Well, I like that you put this out there as a tip because I was considering going to Disney World
dressed as Santa Claus. That
and
sounds
so you've just saved me a lot of heartache there.
That sounds like something
Thanks
you
for that.
do.
Yeah.
Was he wearing that red hat, with the big white ball on the end?
I don't know. Well,
Santa?
Listen,
he looks like Santa.
This is July.
right?
I wouldn't want Santa dressed up that way at Disney World. I'm thinking, he's on vacation.
Exactly. I mean, can't Santa have vacations?
Wouldn't have that hat and suit on today if he was walking around here. He might be walking around here.
He would be sweating big time if he had a suit on here because it's hot.
Beard.
Yeah, and that beard. I'd shave off the beard just to stay cool down here in South Texas. You see on the city by city forecast today.
Just shave the beard.
Yeah, that's why I don't have a beard. Look at that. 97 degrees for a high today in Corpus Christi, 88 in Port Aransas, 91 in Rockport, 96 degrees in Beeville for a high today, 100 in Alice, 98 in Kingsville. Our heat index today will be up around 107 here in Corpus Christi, and we stay windy today, breezy tomorrow, and then just a moderate breeze here on Saturday and Sunday, highs near 98 degrees. So keep yourself cool.
Santa does that. He goes all around and takes
this morning
notes
on the morning show.
In July. Straighten up,
Get it all
kids.
here.
Middle of summer.
Have a great day.